What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday to you. Um, while everybody comes piling in, I'll say check out that MUDFLAP out like I always do. Check out the description. A lot of good stuff in there. Let me take my coat off because this is like a Mr. Rogers of trucking. Turn the volume down on my second phone. And my second phone doesn't even show I'm in here yet. So, yeah. Take the coat off. I may regret that here in a minute. It's like 30 degrees outside. So 30 degrees out. You know what I'm saying? I may need to put that back on here in a minute. What's up with everybody? This is not gospel. Just want to put that out there to everybody right off the bat. I do not give financial advice. I do not give tax advice. I merely give you a point of view, basically. Let's call it a point of view. I had some people say that I was giving out bad tax advice. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to give out tax advice, honestly. It was the video where I did W-2 versus 1099. I did say some things in there that like vary state to state, and some things that are like, so yeah, you don't have to file taxes quarterly. So, you should pay in a estimated quarterly, but I said file, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is not gospel. This is just people hanging out, chilling, talking. I took advice from Swift Transportation earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like, I asked directions from Swift earlier. I did. And, sometimes information comes from strange places. 13 in the house, 6 likes. Let's see who's in here. I seen a bunch of people come rolling in. Blaze 68, first in the house. David Cherry, what's up, brothers? Shoestring Trucker, I like that name. Gus in the house. I'm gonna stick with Gus. Thumbs up, thank you. What's up, Cash? Not much. Lone Star Transport in the house. What's going on today, brother? What are we hauling today? Do you only haul cattle, or is that like, do you haul like other things? Spida's in the house. Shoestring finishing up 34-hour reset. There you go. Paul Harris says, "LOL, it asked me to set a reminder like you planned this." Yeah. No, I it's off the cuff, you know what I mean? Like, I figured I'd put in a little time on YouTube today. I got a couple videos I got to record, so I got to get that done before the sun goes down, because apparently no one likes me recording in the dark. People always got something to complain about on here. You know what I mean? Never ceases. Why do you record in the dark? I'm like, because I'm up at 4 a.m. That's why. Why you ask so many questions? Freight trucking this afternoon. How's it going? Spider says, tell them to stop crying. It's your opinion. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. It's information. It's just information based. I always tell people, don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself. Do your own research. Matter of fact, I would use more than just one owner operator. I don't care how good they were to gather my information. Today's live is brought to us by Diet Pepsi, because it won't kill me as fast as regular Pepsi. Or maybe it will. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, I got a delivery, man, at 4 a.m. One of those Reefer, 4 a.m. I thought about running over here. I'm like right down the road. I'm literally like 4 or 5 miles away. And I thought about running over there and seeing if they would take it early. I just don't think they will. I think it's one of those things. They're probably not receiving. They're probably loading trucks right now. In the afternoon, they're probably loading trucks. And if I go over there, my main thing, my one thing, a reason I'm not going over there, because the truck stop I'm at is full. Like, I'm going to Costco in the morning, and there are Swift trucks everywhere at this truck stop. There is no other truck stop for a little ways. You got about a 10-mile ride to the next truck stop, and it's a small little truck stop. You can go about 30 miles up the road, there's a Flying J, but I know if I go over there right now, the way I see trucks pulling through here with everybody looking disappointed that there's no spots, if they tell me no, we're going to unload it in the morning, it's kind of like it's kind of like one of those things. Do I risk it? Do I not risk it? Because I guarantee I come back here in an hour. Say it takes me, I go over there. They tell me no. I come back. It's probably, how trucking is. It's 8 miles away, but I've probably killed an hour doing that. And I come back here and there's going to be no spots. So it's like I'm kind of just thinking. And even if I did get unloaded, yes, I would drive. I got 3 deliveries on this load. I would try to get closer to the first one, but I got a 4 o'clock Costco in the morning, and then I got an 11 o'clock about 100 miles away. So I'm thinking I probably wouldn't even go that far tonight. I don't know if I would try to get closer to the second stop, and what would it matter? Because the third stop is not until Tuesday morning, from like 150 miles from where that stop is. So, I'm thinking like better off just to not risk losing this cherry parking spot I got. There was a guy just happened to be pulling out when I pulled in. And, it's one of those spots where, like, I know I can get out in the morning. I'm not going to get blocked in. I hope not. I hope if it gets crazy in here, maybe. But, yeah. I kind of got one of those, like, right out the exits. The exit's, like, catty corner to me right over there. So, 19 in the house, 9 likes. Thank you, everyone. Hit that like button. If not, if you got something you want to throw into the chat, throw it in there. If you're in here, let me know you're in here. We try to address everyone's issues as much as we can and help out. So I had a guy send me he left a comment the other day. He's thinking about going to CRST. If you guys know any good starter companies that are not mega carriers, please put it in the chat. Like if you went to a smaller regional company and you had a good experience, please let us know, because I've got a couple. I've got Halver Lines out of Minnesota. I got Butler out of Texas. I've got Classic Carriers out of Indiana. And I'm thinking about putting Rail Transport into that. I know Rail Transport has driver-facing cameras, but they've also got a pretty good starter program. I looked into it. They pay practical miles. They start you out at a decent mileage rate. I did talk to a rail trainer the other day. That's kind of what got this whole thing, me thinking of telling people, suggesting rail. He said, he was a trainer there. He's a flatbed trainer. And he says, they really do put in, the training time on the new guys. So I'm like, that's the key thing to me. Maybe when you're like first come out of training, not so much the money, it's what did they train you? That's why I like companies that actually have a training program. It worries me a little bit of these companies where they tell you to show up with a CDL or show up with a permit, and they immediately put you on a truck and put you on the road. I like some course training, being on a course training. And, I was really impressed with the rail trainer the other day, because I was at the Petro in Rochelle, Illinois, and he had his trainee out there just nonstop backing in, circle the lot, come back around, back in again, circle the lot, back it in again. And, that's a good spot for that, because that thing's got a huge parking lot off in the back there. And, he just had him circling the lot, and he'd come around, and he would like tell him to set up different. He was, straight line backing him in a couple times. Like, I really liked how that guy was training. I know not every trainer's like that, but kind of made me think, maybe Rail has a good training program. Y'all let me know what you think. Spada says, tell them to stop crying. Yeah, that's what I always tell them. Shoestring Trucker told my 19-year-old daughter today in a random conversation that after 25 years, I still love driving the big trucks. Yeah, man, it's like, once you get it in your blood, man, once you get it in your blood, I hate to say it, it's like, I once compared it to herpes, you know what I mean? Like, once you catch it, it's kind of there, man. I don't know. Or that's what a friend told me, at least. But yeah, like, I still enjoy driving truck. I do. I like the adventure. I like making the money. it's not all bad. It's not all bad. You got to level up though. You can't stay at one of these starter mega companies, in my opinion, and like keep your sanity. Some people can. I just asked this Swift guy over here, how to get to the Costco, because there's like 15 Swift trucks bobtail over here, so I'm assuming they're bobtailing them all over here while they're loading trailers or whatever. But I asked the guy, and he's an older guy, seemed pretty smart just from talking to him for a minute. You can't tell everything, but he gave me a couple different ways in there, so he kind of knows what he's talking about. Probably got a gravy little Costco deal there. He probably only pulls out of this Costco, probably only goes to like, a handful of Costcos. Or maybe he's got like a Costco to Costco distribution thing, like, from here to, like 500 miles away to another Costco, you turn around and come back, If you've got something like that, I could see staying at a mega carrier, but I couldn't see staying at the mega carrier to do OTR. They're too inefficient. They're too big for their own good, is my opinion. But yeah, I do love driving the big trucks as well. Can't blame you on that one, Shoestring. I do. I like a challenge. Ace says in here, thank you, sir, for letting us know. Ace in the house. It's nice to know who's in here. That way you get to know people. Daycap Gear Jammer says, "What's up, Cash? Not much. We're chilling. We're waiting on a early AM delivery in the morning." Dan Tara Lecky, hey from Motown, keeping it Michigan all day. Lone Star Transport says bulls and kill cows heading to Alabama to load in the morning. All right, there you go. Bulls and kill cows. Paul Harris, yeah, they crying on me over there, Paul. I get a lot of people cry about things I say. It's one guy's take on it. Like, yeah. If I do like 5 live, 6 live, 7 live shows a week, there's occasionally I'll say something that probably shouldn't have said. But it's just random. You got to go with it. Ozzy says hi, Cash, checking in. Thank you for coming in, Ozzy. Appreciate you. Paul Harris says this is Cash is King. He stays in a Cascadia, not a Holiday Inn Express. Exactly. That would be a good thing to put on like. This I'm gonna get me a sticker made up, put on the side of my sleeper that says Holiday Inn Express. Oh man, you on fire today, Paul. Said not a tax advisor. Yeah, I know. And I was just pointing out more or less when in that video, I wasn't trying to give tax advice. I was just saying, if you are going to do a 1099 company driver, you should know of the tax burdens and the cost of those tax burdens. That was it. Paul Harris says, I keep hearing CFI will train from certain areas. Yeah, I've been hearing that. I need to call CFI and talk to them tomorrow is what I need to do, because, I've been trying to call some of these companies and talk to them just for the fact of like, I want to try to help people in the right direction. And you know how you can get a feel for a company when you call and talk to that recruiter, when that recruiter is pumping you like all the good things and none of the reality. And what I like to do is talk to a recruiter, and then get their name, hang up, about an hour or two later, call back, try to get a different recruiter and see if they say the same things. You know what I mean? Like I really, really think that's the one thing that we got to train new drivers on, is how to interview these companies. This is your life. This is your time you're putting into this, and, like, if they can't answer your questions, they can't send you stuff in writing, move on. There's so many companies out there. I'm actually working on a video right now, probably put out one day early this week, about job hopping. It's rampant in the industry, and I don't blame the drivers so much for it. With all the misinformation out there. Anyway, I'll get onto that later. Nussbaum is a great starter company. They pay hub miles. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Ace. I will call them and talk to them. I did not know they were a starter company. That is good to know. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. This book of paperwork for these freaking deliveries I got. I got to keep up with it, though. Oh, I gave a piece of paperwork to a receiver the other day, and apparently I was supposed to get something back that I didn't get back, and yeah, now I'm getting charged $200 for not turning in paperwork. So, Nussbaum. Sorry, I'm writing this down. That's one of those companies, one of those names. Like, once you know it, you know it. And they're out of Illinois. If anybody doesn't know, they're out of Illinois. Thank you for that. I'll call them. I will check into them. I like their trailer set up. Matter of fact, I like their truck and trailer set up. I wouldn't mind buying one of those. You know what I'm saying? I think I've been thinking about when I pay this truck off, just buying another truck immediately. Just pay cash, double up, have 2 trucks. So, I don't know. I thought about doing one dry van, one reefer. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, I think if I get my own authority, I may just go back to dry van. I'm not sure. I'm not crazy. I like reefer. I really do. But, I think for a company driver, if I was going to just put a company driver on, I'd just get a dry box and run them dry box. That way they could get more miles in, you know what I mean? Like, maybe that. Ozzy says LTL Pros out of Fresno. Golly, I can't read. LTL Pros out of Fresno, Ontario, Winston-Salem, North Carolina for starting trucking. Yeah, I got to write that one down too. I remember you told me about them before. You've told me about them before. I never looked into it. I forgot to write it down. LTL Pro, and they're out of California and North Carolina. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wrote LTT, LTL. My illiteracy, man. My illiteracy. Yeah, no, for these new guys starting out, man, like Butler, Halverline, CFI, you got to call CFI. I got them on my list, but I got call them wrote beside it. CFI is out of Missouri. And Averett's out of Tennessee. I say call Averett because they do some, they don't do some. Averett has got a lot of terminals. They're actually an LTL company with a truckload division. So, keep that in mind. Classic Carriers out of Indiana. I was looking at their website. I haven't called them yet, but their website says they have a training program, and they talk extensively about the training program on the, rail. I gotta call them and talk to them, but I'm gonna put them on there just because, talking to that trainer the other day, it seemed like they got a pretty good training program. I know they got the driver facing cameras, but let's face it. Would you rather work at rail or somewhere that pays practical miles and actually keeps you running, or would you rather work somewhere that doesn't have a driver facing camera that's not so good? I'm not going to name no names, but you know what I'm saying? Like a driver facing camera, could be worse things for the first year, like not making money. I'd rather make money with a driver facing camera than to not make money. I'm not a fan of driver facing cameras. I'm not. But honestly, it probably looks good on your on your resume or on your application when you put down a company like that does have a driver facing camera, because whoever's going to hire you after that, they know that you've been watched. You were watched and you didn't fail. So but now you could get in trouble with a driver facing camera, so keep that in mind. Hang on a second, let Let me put my other Diet Pepsi in the fridge here. There we go. I want to make sure that thing's cold in the morning when I get up. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Ozzy. Daycab Gear Jammer says, I'll probably do about 400 miles a day without breaking a sweat. If I have to do that in my personal vehicle, I'm all kinds of pissed off. LOL. It's funny how the big truck becomes second nature. Yeah. I tell people a lot of driving truck is like mowing the lawn. You know when you're mowing the lawn and you're just like, you're totally thinking about something else, but you're like focused on what you're doing and like you're doing your job, but like it's like a meditation. You know what I mean? Like, I recommend everybody like, and I do this about 4 or 5 times a week. Just turn the radio off, turn everything off, and just ride. And try to not think about stuff. Just give your mind a break. Let it stop processing for a minute. You know what I mean? Like it's like meditation. It really is, man. Because it's so much easier to like turn the like background noise off when you're driving because you've got a task at hand, but yet it's a task you do all day, every day. So it's like, I don't know. It's a good way to meditate. I'll tell you that. Yeah, if I have to drive 400 miles in the car, man, I'm just like doing, you know, like as fast as I can to get it done, you know, like, but yeah, in a truck, I'm happy to drive 62, 63, 64, 65. I'm happy in that range, just chilling, letting everybody go by me. You know, I don't want to hold up traffic. So, like if I'm in a really, really like deserted area, I will cruise at like 61, 62. If I'm somewhere where I'm kind of holding up traffic and I see a lot of traffic building up behind me, I'll bump it up to like 65. But, you know, I try to keep it low and slow, getting good fuel mileage. Ace in the house. I see 1099 as a tax helper. Per diem alone is 15,000 plus write-off, which in my opinion offsets that 7.5 tax burden a W-2 pays for you. Yeah, I mean, some people like 1099. I'm not a fan of it. If I'm driving somebody else's truck, you know, I want to be an employee with benefits. It's just how it is. You know, like, not friends with benefits. I want to be their employee with benefits. It's just how it is. And like I said in the video, if I'm going to be 1099 employee, I need to get paid about 20 to 25% more than a company driver would. So there's some dry van companies out there that are paying like legit 50 to 55 cents a mile. That means I probably need to be closer to like 65, 70 cents a mile as a 1099 if I was going to do it. Just saying. But I wouldn't do it. It's just not how, not how I play. But if anybody else wants to, I'm definitely not, do what you want. Do what you want. I have been paid 1099 and I have paid people 1099 before, So I'm not telling you, I'm not up on my ivory soapbox horse and, my high ivory soapbox horse, trying to preach to you. Like I said, this is not gospel, this is the round table. There's no head of the table at the round table. You know what I'm saying? At the round table, everybody's equal. Daycab Slim in the house. What's up, man? Carlos in the house. It's good afternoon. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. 30 in the house. 18 likes. Poke on that like button if you could for me. Paul Harris says, I spoke to the recruiter for Pride Transport. They are in need of drivers. They will fly you from home time. Yeah, looking at that Pride the other day, that did not look that interesting to me. Honestly, just straight up, every trucking company needs drivers right now. Every trucking company. There's not a trucking company in business right now that is not needing drivers. Rates are through the roof. I always say it's a sign of the times when rates are going to start coming back down when you see the local news talking about trucking. And the other day on YouTube, I seen a local Phoenix affiliate talking about how great truck driving was. And I'm like, well, there goes the rates. Because what that does is when everybody starts talking, oh, trucking's great, it draws everybody. Like, people that already want to be truck drivers are going to come into the industry no matter what. People that see it on the news and say, oh, hey, yeah, I could go get a CDL in 3 weeks and be a truck driver. When you have that level of people coming in, as far as like, and when I mean that level of people, I mean the amount of people coming in, that tends to supply the mega carriers with lots of drivers. They come in, they pull the spot market down, and we rinse and repeat. A lot of those people come into the industry. About 10% of them that didn't really want to be truck drivers, they only did it for the money. About 10% of those will hang around for a year. The rest will come and go, but it does affect the rates short term. But yeah, I was not impressed with the Pride. I got to be honest with you. Did you check out this guy Trucks? You know, he worked at Pride and he had some videos about it. Paul Harris says, or $10,000 paid at $100 a week. $10,000 paid at $100 a week. What is that, like 2 years? Let's see. Daycab Slim says, what is the topic here? We randomly talk about everything, Daycab. If you want to throw something in, by all means, throw it in. If you got a comment about anything I said, you know, let me know what's going on. If you know something better than I know, I try to keep it the pride level way down. You know what I'm saying? I try to take my advice, you know, not my advice, other people's advice. Sorry, I'm totally distracted. There is a guy backing in a pickup truck over here, and I don't know, somebody guiding them in. It's totally weird. Totally weird. I don't know even why I brought that up to you guys. Y'all guys don't even know what I'm talking about. JJ Hammered Down, great name, says, at Pride, you need to have your CDL already. Yeah, so like, do they do course training? See, that's a weird thing to me, like, because there's a place in Minneapolis, Blaine, Minnesota. There is a place where you can get your CDL, and they use like 5,500 Chevrolet trucks. I don't know how else to explain that. Like, they're not semis. They are like the small dump truck, maybe delivery truck type trucks. And they put a 16, 18-foot gooseneck trailer behind it with air brakes. So it's like something you would haul a car on, you know, that size. And you can go up there and you can take a one-day course. They'll teach you everything. They'll give you all the answers to the CDL test. They'll let you go take your permit test. And then, like 3 days later, you can come back and you can come back and take your CDL. Hang on a second. Let me put my do not disturb on. I forgot to do that, guys. My bad. So you can go up there, and in like 3 days, you can have a Class A CDL. They let you take their little 5,500 with the gooseneck trailer up to the CDL, you know, the DMV test out. Boom, you got a CDL. People take that CDL, they go to those companies like, you know, the ones that want you to show up with a CDL. You know, no training really. They put you in a truck on the highway with no training. Like that's not cool to me. You know, I think that 160-hour school, you know, where you're out there on the course learning to back, learning to drive, you know, just getting a feel for the truck, how to handle it is great. I don't like these companies that put that training out on the road with, you know, the public. It's just not safe to me. But that's my rant. I mean, if you did it, you did it. JJ Hammered Down, yes, they need at least a year. At Pride? I thought Pride was taking them straight out of school. I'm pretty sure Pride, we looked that up the other day, didn't we? Let's see. Trevor, almost didn't stop in when I didn't see any teats. Yeah, somebody flagged that video. You know that? Somebody flagged that video for that thumbnail. Sure enough did, man. I never been flagged before. And, yeah, somebody flagged me. I'm like, number one, it doesn't even show anything, okay? Like, number two, like, I don't get it. I think they were butthurt because they thought they were going to get to see something. I'm like, it's YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was funny. Okay? I was like, a truck coming out of cleavage. I don't know. It seemed funny to me. But yeah, somebody flagged that video. Really hurt my feelings on that. I was bummed. Not because it got flagged. I could care less. You know what I mean? Like, YouTube don't pay nothing. I do this for the fun of it. You know, I'm trying to build karma points here. Basically, is more or less what I'm doing. Trying to help some people out, trying to change the industry for the better. You know, like what little bit of clout I got here, I like to push it in the direction of let's get the guys that are coming into the industry, the men and women, the future of trucking. Let's bring them in and let's help them not get rolled by a mega carrier to the point they want to quit and leave. Let's bring them in and like show them a better way to do it. Show them how to get to the money faster. You know what I mean? Like I put out a lot of content from company driver to owner operator. You know what I mean? Like if you want to, you can, but if you don't, I mean, at least work for a good company. You know, that's kind of the three things. New people coming in, come into the trucking industry in a better way. People that want to go from being company drivers to owner operators, assist in that. And the people that want to be company drivers, that are happy to be company drivers, let's get it out there what companies are good and what companies are bad. That way guys don't have to change jobs 15 times to find a decent carrier. That's kind of the three things I focus on. And maybe the fourth is, you know, let's get rid of lease purchase. Lease purchase hurts the industry. And I can explain that real quick. When companies make so much money, I'm sitting right next to a truck, says Schneider Finance right here. Schneider Finance. Schneider. See? Well, I didn't need to turn that around. Schneider, see? Big orange right there. So when Big Orange makes so much money, leasing trucks, that they don't care what they haul freight for. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care if they make money because they know they're going to make their payment. So, like, you know, I'm out here to make the most amount of money as possible. They're not. They're out here to make enough money to keep selling trucks because they're making more money selling trucks than they are hauling freight. It's a sad thing for the industry. It really is. Mega carrier or lease purchase in general hurts the industry. It does. It really does. And that's how I look at it. So maybe four things. Let's get rid of lease purchase. You know, let's show that it's not that hard to go buy a truck and lease it on to a decent carrier and make way more money. Ozzy says LTL Pros just switched a Freightliner fleet to 2021 Pete 589, no face cam, all automatics with Wabash reefers. Okay, good deal. Good deal. JJ Hammerdown says that Paul Harris. Oh, okay. Heard they do train if you just come out of school. Pretty good company. Just bump their pay. Yeah. I don't know. I've heard it's not one of those companies that looks very good. Let's see. Where am I at? Rhonda says, do you work at Western? Hell to the F no. I worked at Western Express for almost 3 weeks. That is the worst place in the world. Never go to work there. If you work there, find a way to not work there. Horrible company. That place makes $800 million a year, and all they do is rip off drivers. I seen a guy on a YouTube video the other day, got a new Cascadia over there. He's paying $1,000 a month truck note for 5 years. He's paying $250,000 for a Cascadia. How do they do it? You know, so yeah, don't go to Western Express. Garbage company. My opinion, in my experience, garbage company. Still owe me money. Won't give me my freaking last pay stub because they don't want to admit that what they paid me on that last pay stub. Like, and so my freaking 1099, what is it, W9 or whatever they send you, the 1099, the numbers don't add up on it. But they won't send me the last pay stub to show what they paid me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just shady company. I've emailed like 15 people over there. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I mean, I could get the state involved, but then they got I mean, like, they just run you around, man. They're such a crappy company. I can't say enough bad things about them. Ozzy says 4 or 5 days out, weekly home, 1099 tough, team driving. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that 1099 unless it's my equipment. Paul Harris's Pride, $15 a stop for non-produce loads. First, last, or free $30 stop for produce stops. Yeah, it's meh. It's meh. It's probably average in those big fleets like that. Like I said, looking through Pride's website the other day, I was none too impressed with them. I mean, like, I don't know. Seems like they got that whole, the guy was like from Western Express, so they're probably butt buddies with not Western Express, CR England. You know what I mean? The guy there, the guy that owns the company, his name England. So I'm sure they're butt buddies with England. They probably I don't know, just not associate with CR England. You know what I mean? Like, that's my take on it. They're probably associated. Swamp Girl says, "Hey drivers, what's up, Swamp Girl? I ain't seen you in a minute. I'll try to keep my burps to a minimum." Ace round table. Yeah, this is the round table. 35 deep right now. 24 likes. Hit that like button for me right now, if you could, if you don't mind. If you're not driving, if you're listening while you're driving, or driving while you're listening, however you want to say it, don't worry about it. But if you're not, get after that like button like she's your prom date. You know what I'm saying? Do a little dry humping on that like button for me. Damn, man, this is what's up, Cash. Not much. Chilling. Got a 4 a.m. delivery in the morning, so we're just hanging out. We're just seeing what people's up to. Paul Harris says, JJ hammered down. I think you are right about recent graduations. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we looked up Pride the other day and on a live show. I think that was Pride. Good if you from out west. They're primarily a 11 West company. Okay. Cash, where is Nash? Oh, wait. Lone Star Transport says, I always drove for private fleets when I was a company driver, usually better pay and atmosphere. Yeah, I got to look into some private fleets that take people fresh out of school, because there's some good private fleets out there. There are. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do some research on that later. Swamp Girl says, has any guy seen the Old Spice commercial about chafing? I don't know. I've checked that one out. Paul Harris says, sounds like a hot shot trailer. Yeah, it pretty much is, but you will get a CDL from that, because the truck and trailer have air brakes on them, Like, it's the bare minimum to be a CDL, basically, is what it is. There's nothing, it's an empty flatbed gooseneck trailer on like a 5500 series Chevrolet cab and chassis. It's not like a pickup truck cab and hood. It's like the next level up. Let me see if I can find one. Matter of fact, let me see if I can look that up. That place, I think it's called A1 or something. CDL training. Blaine. And Blaine is spelled Blain. Class A leasing is what that thing's called. There you go. I typed in CDL training in Blaine, Minnesota. The very first thing that comes up is CR England. The next one is some sort of institute. Here we go. There it is. 8899 Hastings Street, Minneapolis is what it comes up, but it's really up in Blaine. Let's click on the website and see what it says. Get your Minnesota CDL in only 1 day. 1 day. Looks like they're using internationals now, not licensed by the state of Minnesota, bonded, insured, Minnesota Class A, road test. Free ride-alongs. Call us at blah, blah, blah. $140 per hour for additional practice time. $380 to retest with appointment. $690 includes 2 hours of practice and road test. $4,900 for automatic transmission. One price test until you pass as many times as necessary. If you want to do it in a 6-speed manual transmission, it's $5,900. They also offer 160-hour certificates available. Call for more information. Most of their trucks are, we have 8 2016 to 2019 international trucks, 10 2016 Towmaster 32 foot. So those trailers are 32 foot fifth wheel trailers. The trucks are equipped with 6-speed manuals and full air brakes. The trailers are equipped with full air brakes as well. These rigs will allow you to get your Class A with no restrictions of any kind. We still offer automatic trucks as well, both Class A. Yeah. I'm trying to find a better picture of those trucks they use. Menu, trucks. There we go. Trucks. Where's a good example? Here we go. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It might be some reflection there. Let me see how that is. Though they're like not really semis. They're like King Cab International work trucks with a 32 foot fifth wheel behind it. And that's a 6-speed manual. That's probably that transmission's probably not a double clutch transmission, I would bet. If it's a 6-speed, I bet it's synchronized. I bet it's like a car transmission. I just feel like you're doing yourself an injustice if you do that, because you're not training. You're not getting the practice in the truck you're going to use every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's just me, but yeah, there's kind of the trucks they use. So it's like, yeah, it is a little bit bigger of a truck, but it's not really what you're going to use, you know. But you can go there and get your CDL in one day, you know. Do I recommend that? No. I mean, you get that CDL, you jump out there on the road, and then, like, you have no idea what's going on, you know. Private is a good option once you get a couple years of experience. Yeah, most private fleets don't want to deal with new guys. And that's understandable. You know, it's understandable. Dave Capsland says, depending on an area, there might be companies that will usually require 1 year experience. Experience will take out of school. All depends on the needs of the company. Yeah. Depending on the area. Depending on the area, might be companies that usually require 1 year. Yeah. Rich Taco says, "What's up, Cash? Not much, Rich. What's up, Adco in the house? Man, a lot of guys in here I ain't seen in a minute. What's up, Adco? Says, hey, Mr. Cash, the man in green. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Rich Taco said I had to buy a truck so I would stop job hopping. These trucking jobs suck, brother. I worked local in the oil fields for 12 years, had to switch jobs 10 times. Yeah. Extra 100K. Okay. JJ Hammerdown, LOL. Western out of Denver has some sweet looking trucks, not Western Express. Western out of the West over there. Western Distribution, not Western. Western Distribution pays nothing though to drive those big shiny trucks. They're still paying like 30 something cents a mile. Last I heard, they were paying like 38 cents a mile for an experienced driver. I don't care to drive a big shiny truck, honestly. I'm out here to make money, not look pretty. You know, that's my approach. You know, no hate on you if you got a large car, but here's my thought. I can drive a fuel efficient truck and I can retire years earlier. You know what I mean? Years earlier. So that's me. I'd rather drive the more fuel efficient truck. But that's my take on it. If you want to, if you got different objectives, then you got different objectives. But me, I'm out here for the shortest amount of time I can to stack the money I need stacked, and then I'm out. And when I say out, I don't know if I'll ever be out of trucking. You know what I mean? Like, even when the robots take over and start driving the trucks, I'll probably still own some trucks, you know, just for the fact of, you know, to stay in the business, just to keep JB Hunt in line, or whoever the mega carrier is at the time, you know. I'll buy a few trucks just to keep them in line. Oh, man. The robot trucks, can't wait. Yeah. But yeah, Western out of Denver, man, like, those trucks are pretty, I guess, if you're into that. I'm not really into that. Like, to me, it looks like they kind of look like a waste of money. So, I'm not a big fan of them, but, if you want to make 38 cents a mile driving a big, shiny, flat-hooded truck, Western Distribution may be the place for you. Now, I know they let you put some custom things on the truck, but you're really paying for it, and you don't get to sell it when they sell the truck. So, yeah, not a fan of that. Let's see. Austin Tanner says, what about VL Trucking? Yeah, which one is VL Trucking? That was the 1099 one the other day on Asian My, right? Like I said, I'm not a fan of a 1099 job. I need to make a lot of money if I'm going to be 1099, because the tax thing just doesn't work. It just does not work. It's like, I'm paying more taxes. I'm having to deal with all the bullshit. Like, it's just not for me. If it, and no lease purchase anywhere. I don't care where you're at. Don't lease purchase. Just go buy a truck, man. Like, trucks are not that hard to finance. If you have decent credit and a little bit of money down, and honestly, if you don't have those two things, you probably should not be a business owner. That is the main thing that kills me with everybody getting trucks. You're not just buying a truck, you're starting a business. You need to have a business mindset. And, yeah. I tried it. But, I'm just trying to tell you, learn from my experience. Let's see. Spider says, keep doing what you do. Your opinion and advice is awesome. Thank you. Actually, Jeff England, the owner, is one of the England brothers. Yeah. See, that's a little too close for comfort for me. You know what I mean? Like, it just is. Like, I don't know. But I was not impressed with their website, I'll tell you that. I don't like how they say show up with your CDL in hand and we'll throw you in a truck with somebody. I don't know. Not for me. Not my opinion. Not for me. Not a pride fan. Mr. Kane says, hey Cash, you getting home for Turkey Day or are you running? How are your freight rates? Freight rates are looking awesome right now. Spectacular. I would say probably the best of my lifetime. I'm gonna go out there and just say confirm best rates ever of my owner operator years. You know what I mean? They just are. As far as Thanksgiving, if I get through the house on Thanksgiving, it's a coincidence. I run the holidays, man. You know what I mean? Truck a holiday. That's my saying. I got a video coming out about that later this week. Truck a holiday. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can make more money. I can make several hundred more dollars working on a holiday, taking a load that nobody else wants to take because they want to be home for Thanksgiving. I'll take that same load. I'll run the price up on it, $400, $500, $600. I'll get a load back to the house from there. I'll celebrate Thanksgiving on like the 29th or whatever day Thanksgiving is. Thanksgiving is 26th. I'll celebrate it the next week, maybe like December 2nd or something. I don't even care. And I will celebrate. I'll have the same exact day that everybody else has because, like, I'm not a huge football fan anymore. Used to watch the NFL religiously, just not a fan. Bunch of overpaid crybabies these days. Nobody I would. No, there's very few men in the NFL I look up to, or I would want my kids to look up to. You know what I mean? Like a lot of overpriced crybabies in there, if you ask me. Same way with all the other leagues. Not just picking on football, So I don't really care to watch the football on Thanksgiving. Even if I did, I'd just TiVo it and watch it then. You know, like, to me, I can have the same exact day 5 or 6 days later and have $500 or $600 in my pocket. You know, like I said, I'm out here to make as much money in a short amount of time as possible. And you know what I mean? Like, if I take that $500 or $600 and I put that into the stock market, what's that worth in 10 years? You know, what's that worth in 20 years when I want to retire? What's that worth 20 years from now? At a general rate, it's a pretty good chunk of change. You know what I'm saying? If I don't spend it and I let it sit there for 30 years, 40 years, and I give it to my kids when I'm gone, what's it worth? You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. And we all still get to celebrate Thanksgiving. We'll just do it a week later. You know what I mean? I'll show up at the house a week later. We'll have turkey. We'll have dressing. And, of course, the kids and the wife, they'll go to her parents on that day. So it's not like they're missing out. You know, they'll go over there. They'll have the whole Turkey Day experience. You know, that's just how I see it. I take off for very few holidays. I like to make the money and then take off like the week later when rates are down because everybody took off. And then everybody's out there running. Like that Monday after Thanksgiving, everybody's coming off of that, you know, 4 or 5 days at home. And, oh, man, they got to get out there and they got to make some money. So they're going to get out there and, you know, rates are going to be meh, probably, you know, because it's after a holiday. And you know how it goes. You know how stuff like that goes. So yeah, that's the longest answer for a short question ever. Really went off on a tangent there. Echo says business class. Yeah, exactly. That's what those trucks are. Trucks for training, testing. Yeah, they're like the bare minimum. Gus says love the common sense business class. Thank you. Paul Harris says, I have been finding that experience depends on the company needs. Calling. Yeah, keep calling. Yeah, we got some good ones there to run through, though, to give a call. Butler, Halver, CFI, Averitt, Classic Carriers, Nussbaum, LTL Pro, and Rail Transport. Those are like, you know, I would much rather see a guy start out at a company like medium size like that where he's got a chance. A lot of these megas, man, they don't care about you. They don't care. You know, it's like when a company gets so big, it's just the inefficiencies happen. It's not like they plan for them to be inefficient. It's just when you've got X amount of employees, there's going to be some knuckleheads in the bunch. And then those knuckleheads are going to manage people the wrong way, and it's going to be a bad experience for the people being managed by the knucklehead. You know, a lot of these companies, a lot of these guys, like, you know, they're in the management positions they're in just because they've stuck around, you know what I mean? Just because they hung around. Like, they got 20, 30 years of experience in because they stayed there, you know? It's not like they're, like, a good manager. They're, like, you know, there because they, you know, they're breathing, basically. Dirty Broke in the house. What's up, Dirty Broke? Everybody go check out Dirty Broke. He has a great channel over there. Let's see. Chrome don't get you home. Yeah, that's a great saying. That's just how I see it. Dirty Broke says, Cash, you're a lifer. Yeah, yeah, no kidding. Can't quit this thing now. Paul Harris says, Chicago outfit offered me 68 cents a mile, no benefits, and I asked, wait, for what? It was a 1099. Yeah. 68 cents with no benefits and 1099, don't cut it for me. Like, by the time I buy the benefits, like, they are making a lick off of those people if they're doing that, you know? Makes me think. Makes me think. I mean, I just couldn't do it to people. You know what I mean? Like they're sitting back probably making more than the driver's making at that point. You know what I mean? They really are. They're probably banking every week, whatever your check is, say 68 cents a mile. Say you do 3,000 miles a week. You got like a $2,000 check. By the time they pay for everything, they're probably making more than you are. They're probably putting more than $2,000 in their pocket. Adco says 100% facts about that business mindset, because you are operating a business. Yeah, just because you buy a truck, like you can't have the company driver mindset if you own a truck. You just can't. I mean, I guess rates are good enough right now. You'll survive right now. You'll get through. You'll get through. Wait till the real crap happens, where that, like, I want to go home every weekend. That I don't like to run this area. I don't go above I-40. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, to truly be successful. Now, you could get by. You could probably make a living doing that. You could carve it out. But if you truly want to be successful, you've got to have the business mindset. 31 in the house, 26 likes. Everybody hit that like button for me if you could. George Wilson in the house. What's up, Mr. George? Says, I was told when I attended Trainco Truck and Driving School in Stickney, Illinois, we were trained for local cartage hump work. If we wanted OTR, we would have to get on with Schneider, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Dirty Broke. Everybody check out Dirty Broke. Get on with Schneider or Hunt. Yeah. Whoo, that'd be a rough go of it these days, Schneider or Hunt. I mean, I'm just saying, like, they're so big. Like, you're really rolling the dice, seriously, with a company like that, because I don't even know if you're rolling the dice, honestly. Like, everything's made for them to win. You know what I mean? They didn't get as big as they are by, like, paying a big fat wage, and you know what I mean. They got where they are by, like, just wringing your neck like an old rag until you give up. And then they bring another guy and they wring his neck. It's like Las Vegas. Mega carriers to me are like Las Vegas. You can go there. You might come out with a little money. Chances are you're going there. They're winning. You're leaving sad and blue with no money. It's kind of how I see it. That's the analogy. Lone Star says Thanksgiving trucking strike canceled, so might as well work. Yeah, I was going to scab the hell out of that. Don't nobody tell me when I can and can't work. You know what I mean? Like, over what? Over what? Because some guy on Facebook says to do it. I don't even have Facebook. I don't even know this guy. Like I said, we need to start a trucker union, and I need to be the president, CEO, and czar, and the supreme leader of this union. Oh, wait. That's the only way I'm joining. Swamp Girl says, just got back in the truck. All right. You been out of the truck, or you talking about just like went into the truck stop? Nailed it in the house. One of my favorite, one of my favorite YouTube names. Let me learn how to speak again real quick. No such thing as weekends either. They are just other days in the 30, 31 of the month. Yeah. Here's what I do every first of the month. I circle the first on my calendar. And then I go down to the last day of the month and I circle that day on the month. And I say, okay, I'm here. How much money can I make before I get here? I mean, that's how I do it. Like, I'm here to make as much money as I can. You know what I mean? Like, I go to the house when I can. I went to the house last night. I went by the house, spent the night at the house, enjoyed myself. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? I got to get down here so I can get this load delivered and then get back to where I need to be in the morning. I need to do it that way. So, sacrifice. It's a little bit about sacrifice. But yeah. I mean, I'm here to make money. I just want to make a bunch of money, and then, like, I don't know, maybe add on a few trucks. I don't know. I'm debating on where the future goes. But yeah, maybe add on a few trucks, maybe start a small fleet, maybe like 5 or 6 trucks. Yeah, but I don't see, I'm not going to say I won't, but I would prefer to not be driving a truck in 20 years. I would like to be financially set in 20 years, paid off house, stacks and stacks of racks and racks of cash in the bank, you know what I mean? Like 5 Bitcoins, whatever it takes to be rich. Oh, Mark says, hey Cash, are you going to do a year-end video with all your totals, mile per gallons, and revenue? Yeah, we may do something like that. I don't know. It just depends. Just depends. See you guys, says Agco. Take care, Agco. Elking. Hopefully I got that right. Thanks for coming in. First time I've ever seen you in here. Says, hey Cash, before I watch your channel, I started a lease purchase with Prime Inc. Then watched your videos and decided to make a move. Thankfully, Prime will allow to take the truck to other companies. I found a smaller carrier with 88-12 split, and it was the best decision of my life. The lease, even though it's a mistake, I'm just paying $691 a week for the truck. That is it. Now I go wherever I want and make much more money pulling dry van. Truck is 2018 Freightliner with 327,000 miles and 1 year of warranty left. Paid off in 2 years. Okay, there you go. There you go. So yeah, you got out. That's good. That's good. Not bad. Good job. Good job. Like that's key, man. You got to control your business. You know, I mean, at that point, they're just financing the truck for you, right? Swamp Girl says, I am in Tennessee at the Pilot exit 143 on 40. Where is that? 143. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know that Pilot. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I know that. I know where you at. I'll drive for you, Cash, says Blaze. Yeah, it's, wouldn't mind having a few trucks. Cash is the leader of the round table. Pull your seat up on the peasant end of the round table. Yeah, I don't know about that. I like to keep it fair and balanced. You know, unlike some news organizations. Hurricane Mills. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to think of the name of that town. Mark says, brother, I am at the Laredo yard. I can't believe how many suckers are here doing lease purchase. Crazy. Yeah, I'm just, you know, like, oh, I wish people wouldn't do it. Oh, I wish people wouldn't do it. It's like, you know, it's really not that hard to just go somewhere and buy a truck. And boy, it changes your mindset, you know. It's like I said the other day with that whole lease purchase video I did. You know, it's a mindset. Walk away lease is a mindset, and it's not a good mindset because, you know, it gets you in that, like, you know that guy. Everybody knows a guy like this or a girl. Like, it's just like nothing ever works out for them. You know what I mean? It's just like, this went bad, and then I had to do this because that went bad, and then because I did this, then that went bad. You know, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. It's like they're trapped. They've got themselves boxed in. You know, and that's why I say with a business mindset, you got to have that, like, you know, I made these decisions because they were the right decisions and they were the best decisions I could make at the time. And, you know, lease purchase shouldn't fall into that category. Hurricane Mills, okay. Did I miss any comments? I think I've caught up on comments finally. Whew. Y'all got me working with these comments. I appreciate them, though, because that's what the chat is. That's what the chat is. 35 in the house, 30 likes. Hit that like button for me if you could. So, yeah, to get back to it, yeah, rates are fire. I probably will work Thanksgiving Day. You know, I work Thanksgiving Day almost every year. Don Schlanger in the house. It's about time I'm here. Yeah, Don, you're an hour late. We're going to charge you $150 for showing up late. Where was I at the other day? They had a big sign on the wall. I think it was Cisco Foods. Yeah, Cisco Foods. If you were 0 to 15 minutes late, it was like $100. If you were 1 hour late, it was $200. I was like, where do these motherfuckers get off? You know, like, we're driving from across the country. A lot can happen. You know what I mean? You got hours of service to deal with. You got traffic to deal with. $200 to be an hour late. I was like, I guarantee you, they made me sit here and waste 2 hours of my time. They wouldn't give me half of that. So, it annoys me. That annoys me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to the business mindset. Let me talk about that for a minute. Like, you really do want to have like a positive attitude, and if you feel like you're in a bad deal, it's gonna like it's gonna rot your positive attitude away. Like if you've got $1,000 a week truck payment, like this guy at Western Express, like I wish him the best, but I'm not picking on him. I just want to not even using him. Let's just forget that because I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want anybody to think I'm talking bad about him because let's just take generally. I know a lot of these carriers have $1,000 a week payments. I've seen guys at most of the mega carriers. You get a brand new truck, it's like $1,000 to $1,200 a week. Okay, so you start having a few bad weeks, and it's going to wear on you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to wear on you. So the key is you want to set yourself up for success. Like me, personally, I have double payments on this truck. I could have financed this truck. This truck had like just a hair over 400,000 miles, 412,000 miles when I bought this truck. So I could have financed that for 3 years, and it's still, been like not totally dead by the time 3 years rolled around. But I said I want to do double payments. Now, see, I brought that on myself. So that's one of those things where it's like a challenge. It's not like a carrier told me to have that. And even double payments, I'm at like $600 a week with double payments. You know what I mean? Like, I could have stretched this out for 3 years and literally had $1,200 a month payments. But I said, that's a little long for me. I'm going to go ahead and get that done and knock it out in 18 months. So, when you challenge yourself, it's not always a bad thing. Now, you don't want to challenge yourself on like everything because then it all starts to, it builds up. And if you get behind, what it's like when you get behind. But you want to have that winning mindset. Anytime you get into business, you want to feel that some things are going your way. You want to have a positive attitude towards it. And I guess that goes for everything in life, but I'm kind of just putting it on business here. Even if you're a company driver, you've got those. We've all seen those company drivers at the terminal. I know when I was at USA Truck, there was one guy, and I swear to God, they used to route this guy to be at the terminal he was always at the terminal. And I don't know if he was just always at the terminal, but every time I would go to the terminal, he'd be there, and he'd be all like, "Oh, they gave me another load to blah, blah, blah." And I'd be like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. They keeping you moving." He'd be like, "Well, you don't want to go there because then this, that, and the other." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." It's like, yeah, got to deal with it. I don't get to pick my loads. Oh, it was just like everything was like, I kind of felt like he was like that cartoon dog with like the sad face all the time, just moping around. Or that donkey on Winnie the Pooh, like don't be an Eeyore, that's life advice more than anything. But definitely as an owner operator, you can't be an Eeyore, you know what I mean? You can't be just walking around with the negative, the woes me all the time. Let's see, where are we at? Don's giving himself an applaud for being late. Just messing with you, Don. Thanks for being here. It says Grand Prix says self-defeating prophecy. Yeah, exactly. It's a mindset, man. And you see it out here a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I go somewhere, man, I control my mind. There's too much in trucking I don't control. I don't control how long it takes for me to get loaded. I don't control the rates. You can try to negotiate rates, and you should try to negotiate rates, but let's face it. If the brokers think you're going to haul it for that rate, they're not budging. Like if they think they got 10 other drivers on the line that's going to pull that, they're not budging. It's like that load that canceled on me the other day. I would bet a paycheck that load canceled, not because of the freight. That load canceled because the broker left it on the load board and found someone to haul it for less. Didn't even care. I found a better load. Kiss my butt, brokers. You know what I mean? You got to overcome things. So there's too many things in trucking I don't control. Freight rates, fuel prices, things like that. I do control one thing in trucking. My mind. That's all. That's the main thing I got. So if you let that get out of hand and you let everything else start wearing on that, you're in trouble. You're in real trouble. You know, occasionally, it's not a bad thing to, like, maybe, you know, like YouTube is full of stuff, you know, information. You know, find a video of a self-help or something, you know, somebody just telling you, like, you know, you can do it. You're awesome. You know, like, maybe I should make a video like that for truckers. Like, you can do it. You've got this. You know, maybe something like that. I don't know. But yeah, Grand Prix, that's definitely I mean, you've seen it, man. And it's like, when you see it, you really notice it, because you're like, wow, like, how rough it must be going through life, getting just beat down all the time by yourself. You know what I mean? I used to tell people, it's bad when you lie to other people. It's really bad when you lie to yourself. You know, that's the key. Like, so yeah, it's the same way. It's really bad when you're, like, negative to yourself. Gus says, if you lease on to work company, they will reap all the benefits, like writing off the equipment. You won't have much to write off. We'll leave you with a higher tax note. Yeah, for sure. That's my take on that. You know, by the time you do what you're talking about, and then no benefits, you have to go buy your own benefits. Yes. It's just, I'm just not a fan of it. Like, Paul Harris says 0 to 15 minutes late, only if the roles were reversed. Yeah, man, no, they had their, I don't know if I took a picture of it. Actually, my phone was set to record, and as soon as I went to take a picture of it, the guy said something to me, and I hit record, and it recorded. But I'll try to get a screenshot of the breakdown of how it is. Like, absolutely ridiculous, man. It was like, I bet I can Google it, because I guarantee you somebody put a picture of it on Google Maps. It's like, it's craziness. It's absolute craziness. Let me see if I can remember which one that was. Which one was that? I don't know. I'll give it one shot here. If it don't come up, let me learn how to spell. I think it was this one. I'm not 100% sure. I guess it could be this one. Let me look real quick. Let's go to reviews or pictures or something. Reviews, pictures. Where we at? Pictures. Where are the pictures? Photos. There we go. Typical Cisco pictures. Where's the good ones? We want the good ones. Maybe no one did take a picture of it. I could have swore I seen a picture of it in there somewhere. It was ridiculous prices, though. I mean, like unbelievable. I don't know. The video I got of it's on the phone I'm doing the live on, so yeah, I don't know. Joke. Check in. Here we go. Check in. No, not on there. Oh well. Oh swell. All right, let's get on with the chat. What am I doing? Let's see here. Rick N says, about who? Yeah, I don't remember. Nailed it says, Dippity Dog. Okay, yeah, that's probably the one, man. Just all sad puppy. 72 Gunslinger in the house says, a broker is kind of like a middleman in the dope game. Just saying. Yeah, I could see that. Very much true. There's no joke. I don't know if it might be trademarked, so I'll probably get in trouble for repeating someone's joke on YouTube. But there's no joke that basically says, it was a truck driver that goes to heaven, and St. Peter says, you can go to the lot and pick out any truck you want. And he goes and picks out the perfect truck for him, you know. He sits there for like 2 days, and he goes back to St. Peter. He says, St. Peter, why can't I get a load? I got this perfect truck. I want to go trucking. And St. Peter says, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. All the brokers and dispatchers went to hell for lying. So, Just uh, let's see, Huckleberry Hound. Okay, yeah, I'll have to look that up. EOR, you can do it. Yeah. Day Cab Gear Jammer says, I've been in DC where you get fined for being 15 minutes late, but you're not allowed to be there early. So how do how do you time that? Yeah, that's what always killed me about Walmart. You know, Walmart. Oh, don't be more than 30 minutes early. I'm like, dude, I'm coming from 1,000 miles away. I've got to take DOT breaks. I've got to time this out perfectly, so I show up. You know, and God forbid it be a Kroger. God forbid it be a Kroger. You be there for 2 days trying to reschedule it. Like, yeah, it kills me. Kills me. Like they think we just, oh, we're late. You know, I'm late for the heck of it. You know, like, no, I'm late because there's traffic, there's DOT hours of service, there's road construction. Like, to time it out to go from this point to 1,000 miles away and hit a target of 30-minute window is like, it's almost impossible. And they kill your hours doing that because then you got to go, you know, you got to get close and you got to sit and wait because, you know, you got to start your day over here. Then you got to drive 250 miles or whatever, park as close as you can to Walmart, and then around the time that your appointment is, you got to get up and go in. So it's like, you know, you got to kill your hours of service doing stuff like that. Let's see. Rick N says, well, lease payments are 100% deductible. Semi trucks, aka tractors, as a general rule, are depreciated over 36 months. Yeah, you can do it all at once. You can do a little here, a little there, however you want to do it. I would just tell you this: just buy the dang truck. You're gonna do way better than a little bit of tax savings of writing off a lease. Like it is, like it just is. Oh, let's see. And it's a mindset too, you know, when you know, like, you know, when you know you're going to own that truck one day, you don't mind making that payment. When you're making $1,000 payment on a truck that you're $1,000 a week payment on a truck you never going to own, that's demoralizing. Lone Star says best to get your finance to a point where you can work when you want and to, not because you have to. Yeah, I'm saying I would just rather work now than, you know, like, so I don't have to work as much later. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to work myself out of this truck. You know what I mean? Or out of a truck. Let's see where we at. Rick N says, which is why you need to be able to pay off a semi within 36 months, in my opinion. Yeah. Captain Flatbed says, all right, we can start. I'm here. Yeah, what's up, Captain Flatbed? What you doing? What you doing on a Sunday afternoon? It's easy. Oh, we paused up for a minute. What happened? What happened? Let me get back to where I'm at. George Wilson, Mr. Wilson, says, what's your opinion of Dayton Motor Freight out of Dayton, Ohio? They're expanding. They're building terminals. That's for dang sure. They're on the come up. They're on the come up. I know a guy that worked there at one point in time. This was probably, well, I shouldn't say I really knew him. I talked to a guy that worked there a while back. A lot of people thought I worked there when I did LTL line haul. I did not work for Dayton when I did an LTL line haul. A lot of people asked me, they were like, do you work for this blah blah blah, and I just wouldn't answer it, and then they would be like, oh, okay, we knew. And I'm like, what did you know? I didn't answer. Like, they thought my silence would speak volumes, but my silence did not speak volumes. I just didn't want people to know. But yeah, Dayton sounds like a solid company. I did know a guy that worked there, and he worked there as a line haul driver, and his wife worked in the office, and they were both very happy there. Very happy. So, you know, everybody's got a different experience. Let me get a phone cord on this phone before it kills my live. if this phone goes into battery saving mode, it will shut the live down, and I cannot get it going again from. I have to start a new one, so I'd rather not do that. Oh, maybe that got it. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're plugged in. We're dialed in now. Let's get back to this chat. But yeah, I've heard good things about Dayton Motor Freight. So, Fast Joe says there's a paper plant in. Yeah, a lot of paper plants. Captain Flatbed says, I hate the appointment loads. They want to know exactly when you're going to get there. I usually tell them I'll be there as soon as I can, not a minute before or after. Some are understanding or unforeseen circumstances. Some aren't. Yeah, that's the key to it. You know, like I can't remember who told me this, but somebody told me when you show up late and they say something about you being late, say, "Oh, well, let me get back in the truck and come back an hour earlier." Like, you know, what can you do about it at that point? Like, yes, I understand I am late. Things have happened, you know, like I don't know. It's like they get so butthurt, and it's like, how many trucks are on time and then one's not? Oh, you got to make a big deal about the one that's not. It's like things happen, guys. Things happen. Life is going on out here. We operate on public roads. You know, that's the thing. There's not many other jobs where people operate in the public, you know, and have to deal with all the laws and everything that trucking deals with. Let's see. Captain Flatbed says, blowing money at the show / truck stop. They've got me for $1,500 in cool crap so far. All right. Blowing money at the show. There you go. Joplin, Missouri. Good deal. Good deal. Gunslinger says 100-mile dispatcher and a 65-mile-an-hour truck never match up. Yeah, it's good. 100-mile dispatcher. Exactly. LTL line haul is the name of the game. P&D, not so much. Yeah, I never was a P&D guy. You know, just like, I don't know. I guess it's like in most things in trucking. If you settle in and you figure it out, it can do pretty good. But you know, at P&D, man, like, till you figure that route out, it's a slow go. Can be a slow go. I'm more of an LTL line haul. I just hate working at night all the time. Like, for me, one of the things that bummed me out about LTL line haul was that, like, I don't know, I felt like driving every night, doing a night shift every day, it wore me down quick. Eventually I got the hang of it, so that wasn't the reason I left, but that first couple weeks was, you know, especially because, like, on the weekend I want to be on day schedule because, you know, I got kids. And then when I'm working through the week, I got to flip it back to night schedule. So, yeah, it made it a little rough. The scheduling was not optimal for me. Lone Star says, says, I worked line haul for Conway. Ooh, the wiggliest of the wagons, man. Conway always had the wiggliest wagons, man. You go down the road, you see a Conway look like a flag in the wind. That back trailer be back there just doing this, like. And I'm like, whoa. But yeah, Conway. Not Conway Twitty. Conway Freight Lines. Says, when I lived in Buffalo, New York, really enjoyed it. All right, good deal. Good deal. Yeah, that would be one of those rough areas to do line haul out of, Buffalo. Doing a lot of weather up there in the winter for sure. Captain Flatbed says, catfish tail trucking, LOL. Yeah, man. Some of those freaking Conways, I used to know, like, theirs would always seem the worst to me going down the road at night. Like, whenever I seen a Conway, I'd always give them a lot of room. I don't know what caused the Conways to be doing that, but I mean, they all do it, you know, but the Conways were always very consistently like swaying in the breeze, you know what I mean? Just letting it hang. uh, yeah, 28 in the house, 38 likes. Thanks everybody for coming in. If nobody else got nothing else to say, I think I'm going to hop off here. It's been a good one. I've appreciated everybody coming in. Thanks everybody. But it's about my dinner time. Yep, about 4 o'clock. I got some chicken strips. I'm gonna cook up and do some chicken strips, and yeah, I think that might be it. Just some chicken strips. Go to bed early. I gotta be up at 4 in the morning, and I gotta get another video I gotta get together. So I appreciate everybody coming in, and sounds about right. Time to eat. Yeah, everybody go have some good food. Doubles in Buffalo, New York winters. That's why I moved to South Carolina. Yeah, no kidding, man. No kidding. That's the first thing I thought of was that freaking lake effect snow with a set of doubles. Probably a single axle tractor. Nothing I hate more than pulling a set of doubles with a single axle tractor. I'm looking at, just as I say that, was an ABF doubles going down the freeway here. Tandem trailer. Tandem tractor, excuse me. Tandem tractor. But I wonder if it's a tag axle. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these LTLs, they'll put a tandem set under a tractor and then make one of them a tag. And I'm like, so you're not doing it to help me. You're just helping yourself haul more weight. So, but yeah, guys, appreciate everybody coming in. Check out the other videos I put out. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. I appreciate everybody. Have a good night. Take care of each other out there.